Hello and welcome back students, again your social science class. So through this video today, as we have discussed about the chapter understanding secularism, so today we are going to be get the more information regarding the secularism from this further chapter. So today we are going to start with the topic. The topic is, what is Indian secularism? As in the last video we talk about the meaning of secularism, so now we will get to know about the Indian secularism. According to the slide, as you can read over there, the Indian constitution mandates that Indian state be secular. According to the constitution, only a secular state can release its objectives to ensure the following. As under that, first is that only religious community does not dominate another, which means a particular one religious community can never ever dominate the other community of the religious group. Second, that some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community. As we discussed in the last video about the term secularism, in which we talk about that one particular community cannot dominate the same members of their community, in which we can take the example of untouchability, which was prevailing in the Hindu religion, in which the Hindu upper caste people were dominating the lower Hindu caste people. It means Hindu religious community were dominating their same religious community. Under third, the state does not. State represents, according to the word country, as already I discussed with you, state does not enforce any particular religion. किसी religion को वो particularly promote नहीं करेंगे, not they will enforce it, and not take away the religious freedom of individual, as according to the fundamental right that you already know under Article 25, all religious peoples were treated equally, because according to fundamental right, the all persons are having the freedom of religion, in which means that they can promote, they can enforce any religion, but the government, the country never ever enforce any religion or not take away the religious freedoms of individual peoples. To better understand the Indian secularism, the next topic which we are discussing, that is in which we'll comes to know about how we can use the different ways in Indian secularism to prevent religious domination, which means if we want to protect the peoples from the religious domination, what kind of the ways are there under the Indian secularism. Under first, as you could read, it uses the strategies of distancing itself from the religion, which means country can never ever take the religion with itself. It will make the distances from the religion. The state is not ruled by a religious group. For example, as you could see, now the Prime Minister of India is Narendra Modi and our President is Draupadi Murmu. She belongs to the Santhal community, in which we could say that she belongs to a scheduled tribe. Have you ever heard about that ki they are promoting their own religious? No, as because Indian secularism said that no person, no country can be ruled by the religious group, and it also does not support any one religion. As you could see, the government places, government institutions, government schools and offices are not supposed to demonstrate or promote any one religion. As we could know about that ki private sector can promote any sort of the religion, but the government institutions can never ever promote a particular one religion. If they are promoting, which means they are having a one particular religion, the recognition on the basis of country power. To better understand the first point, as we will read one storyboard as it is given in your book. This is a story regarding a government high school. This was the school in Simapur, and student wants to celebrate a religious festival. as you could see the conversation, as students were asking from the teacher that, sir, there is a big religion festival next month, so we have never ever celebrated it in school, can we do this year? Now the what teacher has responded, I am afraid that is it not possible, Rekha? This is a government school. We cannot give importance to any one religion. As a private school may do that, government school do not celebrate any religious festivals in the school premises. Most religious festivals are public holidays, so that we can celebrate these at home, in which means कि directly or either the indirectly, the teacher has denied that we will not celebrate a religious festival in the school. If we are celebrating any festival in the government school, it means that we are promoting that particular religion. Yes, but the private sectors or the private schools may do that. Okay, so in the school premises, we are not allowed, especially in the government schools, we are not allowed to celebrate a religious festival. So the boy has said that ki I haven't enjoy or the celebrate any festival in the school or either the outside of the school. Then the girl respond that ki we are going to celebrate this festival in our locality, so you can come and enjoy and celebrate this religious festival. Now, according to the second way in which Indian secularism works to prevent the domination of religion is through a strategy of non-interference, which means in order to protect the respect of all the religions, a country or a government can never ever interference in their religious practices. As you could see in the next storyboard as it is given in your book, the two boys, those were riding on a new bike, they had buy a new scooter. The boy who wears the helmet, he said to the turban boy, I hope you have a helmet. You know the law in Delhi requires that you wear one. Why are not you wearing a helmet? Do you want to be fined? The boy said that, why you didn't wear the helmet? You know, in the Delhi, rules are there that every person when they are riding on the bike, they must wear the helmet. Do you want that you should be fined? Then the boy, Paramjeet, said, don't be worried, I will not be fined. Then the boy asked, why would not be fined? Aapko fine kyun lagaya? Then the Paramjeet replies that for Sikhs, wearing a pagri is a very important part of their religion. So the third way was the government intervention. It believes, discriminates, excludes, and violates the fundamental of lower caste who are the citizens of the country, then government can be interference in the religious practices. As we could discuss about the untouchability practices, in which I told you that the higher caste of Hindu groups can dominate, they are dominating the lower caste of Hindu groups. For that particularly, the government can intervene if the particular one religious person's fundamental rights have been violated. As well as government can be interference in the religious groups in the form of support. The Indian Constitution grants the rights of religious communities to set up their own schools and colleges. So it will give the financial aid on the non-preventional basis, which means there will be not about the more profits by the government. They will just work for the religious groups so that they can set up their own religious schools as well as the colleges. Now the next topic in which we'll discuss about in what ways is Indian secularism different from that of other democratic countries. For example, as you could see in the next slide, the Constitution of United States, according to the First Amendment of the United States, the Constitution prohibits the legislature for making laws which representing that there will be a prohibition of the free exercise of religion. What is meant for that? It means legislature cannot declare any religion as the official religion, nor can they give preference to one religion. And the USA separation between state and religion means neither the state nor religion can interference in the affairs of one another. But as you could see in the Indian secularism, the Indian secularism can be interference in the religious practices if they are dominating, if they are violating the fundamental rights of the citizens. As you could see in the example which is given in the next slide, that students of the United States of America in the morning they are reciting a one prayer in which they are taking the pledge of allegiance, in which they are using a one word that is under God. It represents that ki in the government schools they are representing a one particular religion, but it hurting the sentiments of the other religious groups. So Indian secularism, which is never ever promoting a particular one religion as the state religion. So one more example, as you could read in the chapter, in the France, in the 1960, France had faced a shortage of worker. Therefore, he has provided the visas for the immigrants to come and work in the country, and their kids were wearing the headscarves as they were belongs to the Muslim religion while attending the schools. However, the new law has been passed in February 2004, which was banning on the students for wearing these particular signs, like they can't wear the headscarves, they can't wear the Jewish skull cap, and they has to be banned to wear the Christian crosses, which means according to the passing of this new law they have been expelled from their schools for wearing headscarves. It means it directly goes against the religious practices, which hurts the sentiments of the religious group of people. So this was all about the chapter. That's all. I hope you all understand. Thank you very much.